Hey guys, LALstudios here, and welcome to Prototype. Now, Prototype is a open world video game released back in. Hold on, let me look up back when this was released. This was back in the era when everyone was making those like superhero video games, so like the Hulk and stuff, right? Like Iron Man, back when superhero video games were just the craze. Okay, this was released back in 2009. So this game is literally a decade old. Jesus. Oh my, this game, that's insane. I think that this game's a decade old. This game does have a sequel though. I might cover that sometime. I haven't played it yet, but it's very similar to this game. Let's just get right into it though. First, I want to discuss the structure of the game. So basically, the whole plot synopsis so far, oops, spoilers. Plot synopsis so far is basically you're this guy who is working for this mysterious company who basically they kidnapped him and injected him with this parasite or whatever. And basically your mind got erased, you don't have any of your memories, and you're trying to figure out what's going on, and you release this lady who basically turns everyone into mutants, right, as you can see on the ground right there. So I should probably check my audio to make sure everything's good, because I don't want to be talking to myself this entire time and look like an idiot, and then I have to delete this stream.
Check my audio.
Okay, it's good. I'm actually going to turn this down so you guys don't hear the fan in the background, because my room's a bit hot, so I gotta have fans blasting. Okay, so you play as this fine gentleman, and alright, so let's just jump down to the bottom floor. Okay, this may not be the best place to demonstrate it, but basically when you start the game, yeah, these are the landmark collectibles. EP. Alright, let's one thing at a time. So basically, when you start in this game, you're going to be introduced to your character, and he can do some basic things like punches, combos. He can do like fist combos and stuff. But actually, the main gimmick here is, or one of the main gimmicks, is you can grab any person, literally any person, and absorb them, right? And then you get the characteristics of that person. I mean, not any of the mutants, though. The mutants are literally just health fodder. Let me see if I can find a living person to show you how it works. Literally, okay, here's a lady. I think I can get this lady. Okay, so now I'm going to transform into that lady, and then boom. Now, I mean, you can like literally, I mean, it doesn't really affect your character at all. It's more cosmetic and actually gameplay orientated. So let's actually run. So you can like run, and actually have like a kind of sick parkour mechanic. So like you can like parkour off of all these trucks. But what I love about this game so much is honestly the movement. Okay, I just want to demonstrate this. So his jump, okay, the more you hold it down, I mean, you can move while you have it held down. You can even run, so you can sprint. But the moment you let that jump button go, boom, big jump, big jumps. Oh, that's actually kind of clean. So, I mean, that's cool, right? But this comboed with the movement, you can jump and then wall run on buildings and do air dashes. So you can combo your jumps, right? And start wall running, hold the button, and then glide as well. So all in all, you'll be literally like soaring around the city, running on building to building. I mean, if you press circle when you're on a building, you can slow yourself down. Just super fun movement. Like, moving around in this game feels amazing. Not to mention that, or well, we'll get to that in a second. But you can also ride two kinds of vehicles. You can ride helicopters and tanks. But let me show you something first. Okay, so I mean, you don't start with your air dash or your glide or anything like that. You actually have to upgrade by completing missions, as you can see on the map, There's tons of missions you can do. Destroying these bases for the mutants. So these are like mutant bases that you can destroy, and these are police bases you can destroy. I actually need to come down here and destroy these because they're growing like an infestation down there. So I mean, I guess there's the mechanics basically like if you leave one side untreated, like the mutants grow at a way quicker rate than the military, so you want to handle those, or you can let them literally infest the entire city. It's all up to you, really, which I enjoy. Let's discuss this gadget wheel. So if you hold L1, you get access to tons of. This is late game, so I'm almost at the end. So I have like every single ability unlocked, which is good because it allows me to show you what's going on. So basically, you're going to start off with this, the claws. So as you can see, he augments his body to give him claws, kind of like Venom actually. But let's just go ahead and demonstrate this. Not like that, I got spotted. But I guess this also allows me to demonstrate you the combat. It's a very gory game, I should say that. It's very not PG friendly. Like you literally cleave people in half. But I guess this also lets you demonstrate the importance of that change mechanic. So I mean, this is not the best part of the game, but if you take any rando civilian and like take them where no one can see you or something and just absorb them, then you immediately lose. Everyone loses their trace of you. Like, so say if I were still in combat, they would lose all trace of me, and they wouldn't be able to see me at all, right? So let's go over here and demonstrate where there's no military. So, let's go ahead and demonstrate. I want to show the upgrades real quick, so you can actually see what's going on. So, these are your powers, right? I don't have, so obviously it's separated into your different powers. You have your shield power, armor power. This is basically lets you more defense. This is all the things you can do with the claws. So this is the claw power in general. Then you have ground spike upgrade 1, max ground spike, and then dashing slice. This just allows you to slice people while you're moving. And then you have blade power, hammer fist. We'll save that. So the ground spike is literally you hold triangle and then ground like spikes come out and just impale people. Like the combat in this game is literally so fun. And then you can literally, while running, just cleave people. Like, while you're running, you can literally just come up and just shink. Like, it's so much blood. Like, look at that, dude. You can literally, all you can literally see is organs. Now, to be fair, this of course is a remastered version of this game. I don't, obviously this game can't be released on the PS4 if it was made in 2009. It was originally like Xbox 360, PS3 era game that they remastered. Both of the games they remastered and put on PS4 and Xbox One stuff. So that's, you know, I heard about this actually. I think old Pyrocynical videos used to have like Prototype 2 gameplay in the background and stuff. So this is the claws. I mean, these are like kind of basic. I don't really use these too much, but then we're gonna move on to the second one you get, which is hammer fist. Now these, as you can guess, you get giant hands, bro, and basically you just start walloping. You get big overarching hits. They're great for taking out the hunters and stuff, which are like the big mutants. So you want to use hammer fist against those guys. I mean, you can even come over here and like, that was like one of the moves you can do. But boom, you get like a giant 2-hit combo. Like it just absolutely, like, look at this lady, look at this lady. Boom! Send her flying, dude. Like I said, I just love the sandbox aspect of this game. It's so fun. So that's all there really is to hammer fist. Next we'll move on to whip fist. So this is kind of, alright, okay, that's a tank. We want to get away from there. We don't want to get near any tanks. So the best part about whip fist, right? Oh my god. The one thing I don't like is if you're near anything military related, you can't lock onto enemies. Dude, this is so annoying. What I want to do is I want to lock on. So right here, right? Sorry. So whip fist basically is like a whip, right? But you can also get a couple upgrades to do this maneuver, which, like, it just literally throws the whip around. Late game, you actually get an upgrade for the whip fist that lets you to grab people from long range, which is really useful, especially when you're trying, because, I mean, it's mainly used for late game when you're hijacking airplanes and stuff, because that's the only way to hijack airplanes. Also, yes, dude, you can literally just yank and, like, throw shit, dude. Like, look at that. You can literally just yeet and just toss people. It's even better with this next upgrade, the muscle mass upgrade. This doesn't give you anything super spectacular. It just makes your, like, standard abilities stronger. So, like, let me demonstrate. So if I were to use normal Alex, right? I mean, you can also quick select this stuff on the D-pad. Like if I just, like, boom, it's like just a hit, you know. I mean, he's not, we can call him unconscious, right? If you use muscle mass and you do that little hit, alright, let me do it on this guy. If you use muscle mass and you do that little hit, they fucking explode. Like, he explodes on contact with muscle mass. I mean, you also get to throw things harder and stronger and farther. Like, I think this specific ability literally says that you can throw people like a block long. Like, you literally like just chuck people with this thing. I mean, you combo people harder. I mean, like, it's sick. Like, let's not kid ourselves. It's awesome. This is more mid game. But let's move on to the final ability you get, the sword ability. This is just overall just probably the best power in the game. I mean, you just cleave people in half with this thing, man. It basically makes like things like the claw obsolete. That's why I say never really use the claw, because the sword just makes it absolutely useless unless you're using like ground spike or something. But you don't really ever need to use ground spike because you're gonna have this thing out at all times, ready to just, like, I literally cut that dude in half, bro. Like, this game's so fun. Okay. Now, you can't, this isn't like full on, like, I can't hijack cars or anything. But let's move on to the next option, which is your defensive options. So normally you're going to have this shield, which you get at the very beginning of the game. Once it takes a certain amount of damage, it breaks, and you have to wait for it to recharge, which is kind of standard. But kind of like late game, once you unlock the sword, you also get this armor. Now, the armor, I think it reduces your damage by 50% and it cannot break, but it does slow you down and you cannot parkour with it. You cannot, you can still run on walls and stuff, but you don't get like you get your dashes, but you don't get a glide or anything. So, I mean, obviously, you don't want to just be running around in the armor 24/7. It limits your mobility a lot. Next, you have the thermal stuff. This is almost useless. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never use this at all. I literally bought this just so it would stop showing up in the upgrade. It's almost useless. If you want to use it, I mean, you can. If you play this, I never touch this. Like, my right stick on the D-pad literally gets no use in this at all. I don't even know what the other one is, because that's unlocked in this like late story in a mission, I think. Well, look, that's not even the best part, right? We're not even halfway done, because you also have, L2 is your lock on, R2. Now, this is your Absorption Tab. This is mainly used for when you're mostly cosplaying as the military. Also, cool fact, whatever ability you're using at the time, whenever you absorb somebody, it uses that ability while you're absorbing. So, like, if you use muscle mass when you absorb somebody, he literally fucking just rips them in half, right? Or if you use claw, for example, he slices them in half, like, and absorbs them. Or if you use hammer fist, he just pounds them in, like. Or if you use like blade, or if you use like blade, he slices them in half. So all the, like, that's just a cool detail they added. Oh, how can I almost forget this? Oh, so if you look up at the top of your health bar, right, this basically shows your overarching meter. This also gives you access to these fun, wacky abilities called your overcharge. This just allows you to do giant uber attacks. Like this giant one, which is basically Omega Ground Spike. Or my personal favorite one, which is... That one was square and triangle pressed together. But if you do triangle and circle together, you get my personal favorite. Which spawns a ton of tendrils out that just go in and just absolutely murders anyone near you. Now, of course, I think these are called overcharge moves. You don't want... Obviously, you can't spam these because you need either... Basically, you need to absorb a ton of people or have basically be on like one hit to be able to use them. They're like last resort moves, so you can't spam them really. But they're really cool once you, like, if you use them in a mission or something. Now, actually, I need to absorb someone from the military. Yikes, I messed up. I got spotted by the tanks. That's not my intention. I just need someone from the military so I can demonstrate how the Absorption Tab works. Or I forgot what it's called. I think it's called like the Specialist Tab or something. So we're going to go into the blue zone because that's obviously like, it's the blue, it's the military zone. This is where all the military are going to be. They mostly hang around these little, like inside the middle sections. I'm sure y'all can actually find someone just walking around. Like, boom, like right here. Now, like, you can just absorb people you can absorb someone and make a loud ruckus, or you get this like silent absorption mode or move. So basically, when you're not being looked at, you can come up and just sneakily absorb someone, which causes no alertness. As you can see, no one knows that I absorbed that guy. So now I have absorbed him. I mean, you can do this as long as no one looks at you. You can do it as many times as you want. That animation actually is like the speed absorption. So the stealth. So later in the game, you can actually get an upgrade to speed up the process of stealth absorptions. There also is gunplay. I don't really ever touch the guns, but there's like, I think ARs, SMGs, rocket launchers, grenade launchers. There's tons of different kinds of guns. I never really use them, but I mean, they're there if you want. You can press circle to pick up any kind of gun you want. They never really get any use out of me. I usually just, if I'm sticking with disguises, I'm usually only using them to sneak into tanks or sneak into bases and stuff. Which I will go and demonstrate right now as a fact. I'll go and demonstrate to you this wacky cool feature. So as you can see, no one knows me. No one suspects me, obviously, because obviously I look like them. But then you have these machines right here, which are introduced mid-game, which can actually sense when you're nearby. So you have to come up to them and actually sabotage them with like a little quick Q to E. And then boom. I mean, there's 3 of them in an area, usually surrounding these buildings. But I mean, they're cool. Obviously, I need to quit saying obviously. Oh my dude, I'm so sick and tired. I do it every time on accident. I never even mean to say it. Just it comes out of my mouth. So we want to absorb this guy because he's like the commanding officer, right? So he allows us to get the key to enter the building. Now you can either like come up with like a tank or something and demolish the building, which gives you, I think, 15,000 EP. Or you can come in here, which is how you get like your smaller upgrades, like better AR handling and control, or better tank or helicopter control and stuff. Actually, I need to absorb this guy right here. So when they have this little gene thing, it tells you that they have an upgrade that you want or need. Boom, I got the grenade launcher upgrade. I think that finishes off all my weapon upgrades. Oh no, I'm missing grenade launcher max and machine gun and missile launcher. So there's only 4 types. There's AR, machine gun, grenade launcher, missile launcher. Then you have your vehicle stuff. So you have your hijack in general. Like this is just up to like lets you hijack helicopters and stuff. And then this one's for tanks or armored vehicles, and this one's for helicopters, which I'll demonstrate in a second. So you can come in here and those little guys with the caps, you can absorb them and not go into this menu. Go into this menu and it just gives you story bits and sequences and stuff. These just give you little bits and tads of the story. You get them from absorbing people because when Alex, that's his name, Alex, when he absorbs people, he actually gains their memories and stuff. So that's a cool tad bit. I'm not actually going to absorb him right now because I don't really care about that. But I mean, I could wreak havoc, which is actually exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to fuck shit up because I want to. Because going in here and literally murking everyone's like half the fun of this game. Yes, I did get an upgrade where I can literally, if you dropkick somebody and hold it for long enough, when you dropkick them, you slide on their corpse like a surfboard. I literally think it's called surfing. I don't know why. It's just so brutal. It's so funny to use. But you do get penalized. Listen, you do get penalized. Like, just look. Look at how much damage the sword does. Like, at this point, why even use the claws? So, I guess I'll demonstrate it. You can skip the cutscene, though, which is what I'm going to do because I don't want to be in a cutscene while I'm trying to literally kill everyone. Let's switch it up. Let's use Hammer Fist. Let's switch it up. We gotta switch it up, you feel me? Boo. Burn on my ghost. I really like using Whip Fist because I like coming up here and just like yanking people are coming up. Especially that one move I demonstrated, that one that basically, oh dude. See, now if someone has a missile launcher, that's when you want to start spamming your absorptions because that gets your health back. And the missile launcher guys are super annoying. So you want to kill those people as fast as you can. And there we go, like that. You can literally just grab people and absorb them. Like, I just have to tap circle. Hey, who the fuck keeps doing this shit, dude? Come here, boy. Yep, come here. You're dead. Like, you just grab people from afar and just, it's so useful. Like, that was actually something I was waiting for. I was like, are we gonna be able to grab people from long range with the Whip Fist? Like, that'd be actually amazing. And then that upgrade showed up and I was like, insta buy. So it's gonna give me a little thing like, oh, you killed the entire area. Yeah, but base interior neutralized. Then you switch to your commanding officer thing and literally walk out. You walk out. Now what I do want to demonstrate is hijacking. That's an integral part to the game. So you can go up to helicopters and stuff mainly. This is how you actually hijack helicopters. You have to go up to them and grapple onto them, and then you get up, and then you have to do a little button mashing, and then you gain access to that vehicle. He kills them, and boom, now I'm flying. The flying controls are alright. I mean, they're nothing insane. Like, it's nothing like life-changing. Like, I actually forgot how to descend like an absolute goon. So we're going to try and destroy the building, even though we have a whole strike team on us. So we're probably going to get absolutely just beamed, as we already are right now. So something you want to make sure to do is lock on. Like, I'm actually forgetting to do because I'm a literal bot. Make sure to exit, and if you're lucky enough and not be a total trash can like I am, you can actually launch onto people in midair. Let's just yank this guy's helicopter. So we just destroyed that strike team. Now we're still getting actually beamed by this team. There we go. We destroyed the building. You Like, bro. Hold on. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna jump out and we're going to actually go take the tank instead. So I equipped the armor. You can literally equip whatever you feel like. But we do want to take the tank. So I don't want to be taking massive amount of damage. So we're going to go ahead and get in here. You hop in and now you have access to the tank. Also fun Tad, he eats who's ever in the tank. Your R1 is your minigun. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but obviously it's not meant to do a lot of damage. It's infinite ammo for a reason. And then your R2 is whatever your there we go, we destroyed that helicopter. The tanks also run over literally any vehicle, like, which is super satisfying. And so this game's just super satisfying and fun to play. It's just super fun to just roam around and just mess around. I mean, this isn't even half of it. There's also tons of challenges and stuff to do, tons of missions. Of course, you have the main story, but there's like side quests, missions where you can only use one side of weapon to kill a bunch of enemies in a certain time, rings to go through. There's missions where you have to team up with either the military or the mutants to take down, obviously, whatever the opposing side is, in certain different arenas. It's just really good design. Like, you don't, I know it's really cheesy, but games like this aren't made anymore. People don't make games like this anymore. Which, I mean, it's sad, but it's true. Like, the games like this just don't exist anymore. The only open world games we get are really shitty Ubisoft ones, like fucking Far Cry or whatever new Far Cry games coming out. You can see these little dots or whatever. Those are hint bubbles. I'm actually gonna grab that, 'cause they're collectibles. So I mean, yeah, it does give you incentive. The hint bubbles don't give you any money, but the blue bubbles do. The Explorer ones or whatever they're called. It's a cool tad bit. He doesn't have to kill anyone, so he just hops straight in and he also looks around. I'm gonna let you know. Dude, like, bro. And also, it's a pretty big and wide map. Like, this is New York City. I mean, we could go to Times Square. Let me just say, also, I am clueless if you can ping areas. I don't know. That's save mode. I did not want to do that game. I'm clueless if you can ping. I don't even think you can ping areas to go to, which is like one of my main, only one of my main negatives. I don't know if you can ping areas. It doesn't say you can. I thought I saw you could do it. Alright, you can. Okay, you can mark certain missions, I guess. You can only mark missions, which is like the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. So let's mark this. And let's go run over there so we can go to Times Square. Because, obviously Times Square is... Oh, I should probably demonstrate that. So when you hold down on the abilities, they give you a little cutscene. I mean, everything gives you a little cutscene, I'm pretty sure. So this one is, boom, muscle mass. Right, and now let's do claws. I mean, you're not going to really see this in normal gameplay. It's just a cool tad bit whenever you unlock them. Here's muscle mass. Actually, I want to test something real quick. Just a game theory. I want to see if this actually hurts people. Oh, well, here's the sword one, I guess. Boom, sword. Now, thermal vision. Oh, I guess thermal vision does have one. Bro, his eyes glow? What? Bro, his eyes aren't glowing anymore. Now, this is armor. It gives you a whole little cutscene of his body condensing. Let's show you. I'm gonna show you shield. Here's the shield one. Boom. Which is badass, dude. A sword and a shield, that shit is sick as hell. This is the combo I mostly run because armor limits your mobility while shield doesn't. So I mostly run a shield and sword combo. But yeah, this game's already amazing. This is already, like, honestly, probably, I'd say top 3 favorite open world games. And definitely, at least in my top 10 favorite video games of all time. It's so unique. It takes a spin on that superhero open world formula. This is a lot more dark. Obviously, he's not really a hero, right? He's clearly not supposed to be a person you aspire to be. He murders several innocents, kills hundreds of soldiers. I mean, this is more of, in this game he's more of an anti-hero. But in the sequel, spoilers for the sequel by the way, he actually becomes the main antagonist. When another character takes his place, he gets basically injected with the same virus as our main character in this game does, and he basically this character, right? I keep forgetting his name because I'm small PP brain. Basically gives this guy his powers, and he basically gives a bunch of people his powers, including this one guy who actually wants revenge for him killing his daughter. So he then, like, basically powers himself up. And yeah, I mean, that's basically the sequel. It's very similar to this. I think they remove powers, but also add some new ones in, which is what a sequel should do, you know? I mean, add new powers, add tons of new stuff and new upgrades, flesh out the ones that are already in the game, and of course make the new ones feel really good as well. I think there's also one for switching. But it looks like there's not one. Dude, these animations are so badass. I even forgot this was a thing. Oh, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and capture this helicopter. So let me show you what the hives look like, which are actually probably 10 times easier than anything you'll see in the game. Oh, there's not a hive over here. Like, we gotta head south for the hives. Bro, I'm getting shot at for real. These guys about to have me down bad. Like, open world games are really fascinating to me as well because, like, every building you see, like, you can scale every single one of the buildings in this game. Every single building you can climb up, you can glide from building to building, jump from building to building. Like, this game's so good. I'd recommend it. Usually it goes on sale. I wouldn't say super often, but it goes on sale quite frequently. I think the base price is 20, 30 bucks, but it goes on sale for like 10, which is an easy steal for this game. If you can get this on sale for 10 bucks, bro, that's an easy buy. But these are the hives. I haven't really showed any of the mutants off, but those are the hunters down there, which are the bad news. I mean, the hives are like 10 times easier than the police force ones. You can literally just stand still and hold the R2 button. And boom, like, these are actually easy peasy, lemon squeezy, pose no challenge. But I guess I should also so the hunters. So we're going to land this helicopter and get out and go find and kill a hunter. Shit, that's a tank. Bro, all the hunters disappeared. Dude, all the hunters said, bruh, all the hunters deadass said, okay, here they are. Here's some hunters, I think. Yes. Alright, so this is the hunter. These guys are actual juggernauts. These guys are big boys. The sword does do a lot of damage against them, which is... Of course, you want this to do a lot of damage against them, because they hit like a goddamn tank. So when they have that little thing, you can actually consume them for a massive health gain and also some EP. Here, I get to use my favorite little... I mean, it didn't do anything. Tragic, I know. Oh, bruh. These tanks got me down bad. They gotta disappear. Alright, I'm heading out, boys. I'm heading out. Where are the... Give me helicopter. Give me... Oh, there's helicopter. Give me helicopter. I want out. I'm taking this helicopter and leaving. You can't stop me. Actually, I'm gonna destroy this first. Actually, first I gotta destroy my fellow airplane. And then I can destroy this. Nah, son. Actually, alright, hold on. We're going to fly super high, get out, and then... I missed. How did I miss? Yeah, you thought you would get away. Okay, so I mean, if you hit it at a back angle, that little thing happens. Bro, I just want to destroy this hive. I lost where the hive is. This way, I think. Yeah, this way. Also, after you're done going on your rampages, it actually tells you how much damage you cost in money. So apparently I just costed the military actually $171 million. Which is quite a chunk of change. That's like 1/10 of what the US spends on its military budget. Actually, no, I think we spend like 10 billion, some wacky ass number on our military budget or some shit. I don't know. Funny politic. Bro, what? Huh? Helicopter? Why is there just a helicopter up here, bro? What? What? Why is this here? Is this for... Ah, I think this is for the vent. Most likely is. But yeah, this is prototype. All right, this is easily top 10. Like I said, top 10 games. Easily would recommend to anyone who likes either those old superhero games like Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, or even like Superman and stuff like that. Those kind of games, or even just general third-person open world fans in general. Like, this is, if you haven't already heard about it, which I'm sure most people have, I think this, I want to say this is really well known, but I wouldn't say this is like a underrated hidden gem or anything. But yeah, this is being your boy LALstudios. I'll catch y'all later or whenever I do Mega Man X2, if I ever can get the head parts in the game. I'll talk to you guys